All right, everybody. We're here today catching up with Steph Davis. It's only been a week or maybe 2 weeks since I was on with you, but we're doing it again. So remember, Honey Badger Nation, it's where we collaborate. And we're going to talk some more about that in a second. So right now, little clip.
This is Honey Badger Nation,
where real estate agents from around the globe come together
to grow, collaborate,
and expand their business.
Where we take our individual fires and put them together and make one big fire.
This is the Honey Badger Nation.
All right. So the power of collaboration is just phenomenal to me. And Steph's getting a upfront taste of that, how it is at EXP.
Yeah, for sure.
We have so many high producers, so many influencers, action takers that are just eager to share their playbooks with all of us. And the reason is we're all financially aligned. Obviously Steph's in my organization, but even outside of our organizations, if we help each other grow, the company grows, it gets bigger and stronger, and then our stock value goes up. So we all are partners in this together. So
right.
we all own a little piece of this company. So, all
right.
I
mean, how many times have we heard, we collaborate, but what does that truly mean?
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like the collaboration in this company. Like I've never seen something like that. Don't get me wrong. I've been in a room full of, amazing people, but have I ever seen the type of collaboration that's here? Never. I mean, from all over the place, just willing to work with you and, DM me and call me and put myself in the calendar. It's crazy.
Yeah. Like Holly Kitchens the other day. We were talking about you and she goes, have her DM me.
I saw that.
Be glad to help her, and she's not unreachable.
Right.
And it's all about Honey Badger Nation, but not above and beyond that, EXP Realty in general. Honey Badger Nation is about 10,500 agents. EXP Realty is 77,000 agents now. They're all willing to collaborate. Yesterday I had on Blake Alguire. He's not in Honey Badger Nation. He's just in EXP.
Right.
And, he's coming to me live from Minnesota. I never met the guy. We just had a nice conversation because we all have the same goals.
Same goals, different stories, different trials and tribulations. And we're just, pushing through. And it's cool to see people that, sell numbers that you've never even seen before. And then just to hear their story and then them still willing to help you is really cool.
Yeah, we were talking about that, you and I don't know, last week or so about the high level performers at EXP are like they're just so above what we've ever experienced before.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they're just totally killing it. And we're talking sales volume here. We're talking units.
Right.
We have teams that are doing over 1,000 units a year and over, millions of dollars. Just the one of the ones that I had on and you started following, Michelle Humes. She closed over $300 million last year with her team. And it's
crazy.
She's only been in real estate for 7 years.
Right.
Real estate completely, and then EXP, I don't know, a couple of years. But it is amazing. And, hey, we have all the tools. You're learning that now. You're getting plugged in. So how's it going getting plugged into all EXP stuff?
Good. So, initially, 10 years in the business, when everything syndicates out and it connects to your brokerage, it's just everywhere. Your face is everywhere. Your information is everywhere. And, that is challenging to change all of that. But what I kind of just did the basics And then at one point I was like, stop focusing on the small stuff. Like, this is not worth my time. So, like Facebook, they were giving me a hard time and changed my name. I just created another one. I don't have time to be, waiting and changing that. So, and how I see it is you're just getting back in front of everybody. I did move. I did change. This is where I am now. If you need something, call me, reach out. So instead of taking the negative from it, look at it as a positive, and change is hard, but change is necessary.
It sure is. Look at the evolution of the industry in general over 32 years. It's all change,
Right.
But hey, listen, we forgot to say two things. Number one is happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day.
Got the little green background. And by the way, if you haven't noticed, Steph and I have the same interior designer.
That's right. I have a little bit of my head cut off for my no green screen, but hey, we're in the same room, Ed.
It's only cut off when you move. When you have a green screen, it doesn't cut off as much. So literally being around the right people, being in the right circle is so important that I've learned, being here for 2.5 years is that, okay, so we collaborate virtually. Yeah, but that way I can collaborate with an agent in Florida or Holly Kitchens comes on. She's in Oklahoma.
Right.
Blake Alguire comes on. He's in Minnesota. Al Stazak's in Ohio, in Cleveland. Nick Krem, he was in Ohio. Now he's in Orlando. He goes back and forth, but he lives in Orlando now. Jay Kinder and Michael Reese, they're living in Puerto Rico.
And to back up when I, was trying to decide what I wanted to do, the thought of working from home was one of those, do I want to do that? Right. But I'm at the point in my life where, the kids are getting off the bus at 3:30, now they're in sports, The dog loves it. The dog gets let out whenever. And I'm in, my office, which is also a sunroom, and it just put the windows. So it's a nice environment. And then when I think about how productive I was in the office, right? If we actually look at production, other than talking by the water cooler, lunch, just having lunch or gossiping or, all that fun stuff, which I loved. Don't get me wrong. I love to hang out with these people and I love chit chatting. But if I really broke down when I was productive, it really wasn't all day.
Right.
Where when I, get up in the morning, kids are on the bus, I have my own routine. There's no distractions. And at the end of the day, I think you need that balanced life. So I definitely needed to balance back out that family and home life. And this gives me the opportunity to do that. And honestly, I'm more productive being home. I'm more productive. And don't get me wrong, I still do lunch and learns. I still go out to have, drinks with people, in the mortgage industry and things like that. Because yes, we are people and we need that socialization, right? Like that is our business. We socialize. But the fact that we can do it virtually every day, we can go out and have drinks, dinner, whatever, and talk, you have the option.
Right.
So it's pretty cool that way.
Right. And, we do have an office, virtual office, EXP World that is really just phenomenal. And we can go in there for trainings. I'm sure you've been checking some of those out. It's like they're like 60 to 80 hours a week of live trainings that they have in the world now. And sometimes we go in for those but yeah, when you put your mind to it, you can get a lot of work done at home if you focus on, if it's time to work, it's time to work.
Well, I've always said in this business, you have to be driven. Like you have to be willing, like self-driven. Like you can't be one of those people that always needs somebody to light that fire, right? Initially, you need to want to do it. Now, don't get me wrong. I think, other people like accountability partners and things like that, that helps you get to that next step. But if you don't have that drive in you, I could wake up and watch TV all day if I really wanted to. Do I want to do that? No, it's not in me. I don't want to do that. So I'm excited to see, right now I'm just laying the foundation,
right?
Kind of laying low, taking advantage of some time before I pick back up. But word's getting out. Yes, I'm getting busier. I'm growing my team. I'm really excited. And I have a lot of ideas that I can't wait to throw out there and kind of help everybody else along, with you helping me, I'm helping you, things like that. So I'm excited.
Can't wait. And, one of the only reasons that Steph is got to ramp it back up again is because she just also changed back from management into sales again. Like that's a big difference.
Yeah. When I went into management, I, hit the brakes on my business, like full-fledged. Like that's what I did, because I wanted to focus on the task at hand. So it's very hard managing and selling, because it's all day long, on the phone or on email and things like that. And I had a lot on my plate. So now it's like I'm taking the two, as a sales associate and as a previous manager, and really joining them together and finding out what I liked from both of them. And that's really where I'm heading next.
Right. So I can't tell which dog's barking because we're in the same
It's
room.
Sadie. Sadie, enough.
I know. Mine barked a minute ago.
She wants to get in our room.
So we're going to follow Steph on her journey as we go through this because, I want to keep we're going to be on with her every week or two. And
I have a lot up my sleeve and I'm pretty excited to start sharing it with everybody.
Yeah. And we might be doing that on a podcast together or, we might do that every week.
Which is so funny because I remember going into the office and saying, I'm starting Sparky's podcast. So I'm assuming it was before I was married. So this is in the very beginning. And it's amazing the ideas that I had back then of how important they are now. Yeah. I just think if I was in, because I said it, I think I didn't fail or I didn't, I think I was in the wrong room. And I keep reminding myself that if you didn't fail at anything, there are certain things that are going to be like, this isn't it. This is not it. Or the timing is bad. It's just not for you right now. And you get in your head, especially when you're a successful person, like you tell me I can't, and I'm going to show you I will.
Yeah.
So now that I'm in a room full of people that have pretty much the same type of background, not everybody came from, they had mom and dad there and it was a 9 to 5 and mom stayed home and no, like that wasn't my life, and to grow from that and all the experiences, I'm a very strong-willed person. So I'm excited to build off of that. Yeah.
So you don't always know that you're in the wrong room until you get into a different room. And then it's holy crap.
You don't.
It's the difference is night and day. And I've never met so many highly successful people as I have at EXP. I mean, telling you.
I've been here how long?
Like maybe 3 weeks, I think.
And the people that are on here, and you know what? When I remember listening and clicking on videos and things like that, and you're like, whatever. To truly be a part of it is a whole different experience. Yeah. These people truly want to help you.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. It's not, I'm going to help you, but don't message me, don't call me, or pay me, $800 a month and then I'll help you. No, they truly do want to help you, it's awesome in that type of scale because I've never seen somebody sell as much real estate locally that I've seen on this platform.
Exactly.
It's nuts. It's crazy.
It is nuts.
And not even selling real estate. How about everything else that they're doing? How many businesses and other things? It's not just about real estate.
Right.
So I'm excited.
Yeah. So let's talk about your branding a little bit because I know you noticed when you come over here, you pretty much have full autonomy over your business and your personal branding.
Yes. So I customize my branding, which is similar. It's more of the black, orange, and white. So I wanted something that was a little more classic. It has my new headshot on it. And I was excited because I remember always hearing, Steph, I see your face everywhere. Well, now I can say, okay, well, I'm my own brand. This is my own thing, right? So when you see my sign, it looks different than anybody else's. This is me. This is Stephanie's brand. So I'm excited that, I'm able to do that. I don't have to fit the mold of anybody else. It doesn't have to be the same as anybody else.
Right. It gives you it gives you, a chance to be yourself.
Right. And don't get me wrong, you have to be consistent. You can't change your brand every other week.
Right.
But if you're consistent and you same colors and same text and size and things like that, and you move forward, that's brand awareness.
Yep. So what else you got going on? You got some kind of cow poop contest going on?
I do. So every year, obviously the last couple years, we're from Salem County, right? Very rural. My family is a family of pig farmers. I mean, this is kind of what we do. So we do a cow immunity day. As crazy as that sounds, a cow immunity day. So what happens is there is a grid, right? Spray painted on the grass. And then we let 2 cows go in, and whatever number you have on the grid, if it plops on that, you get $1,000. So we are selling tickets. There are cow drop tickets. The event is actually May 7th, and it's a free event to the community because I am the co-president of our Maddington PTA. So that's exciting. That's coming up. And how funny is that we have a community day?
Yeah. So we'll put that information in the
$10 a ticket for a chance to win $1,000, and there's 2 cows. So 2 plops mean 2 chances to win $1,000.
$2,000. Yep. Yep.
So I mean, I feel good. I started back on my E2M diet. So it's this, I knew I needed a change. And when I go big, I go all the way. If I'm making a change, I'm going all the way. So I feel good. I have my routine is down. Which is funny for me. I'm not crazy busy right now, but I know that I need to lay the groundwork, and that's what I'm focusing on right now. And then I get to be a part of, like I said, I'm co-president of the PTA. I get to make sure that piece of my life is fulfilled. That is taken care of.
Here's the bottom line. You're happy again, and you're not stressed out like you were. And
I agree.
This company makes you happy. I get, because one of the core values is to have fun.
Right.
Another one is transparency. I love the transparency one because everything's an open book.
Right.
We talked about this.
Any information you ever need it's all online.
Right. It might have been me yesterday with Blake Alguire, but everybody has the same commission split.
Right.
Everybody. There's no special deals where you can't tell your friend what your split is.
Which, not for nothing, I never got a special deal.
No, everybody.
There was no special deals for me, ever. I never asked for it. I never thought. At the end of the day, you work for what you have.
Right.
So I didn't feel the need to ask. So, but here it's it's all the same.
Right, and it's fair.
It is fair.
It's for those of you watching that want to know, it's 80-20 split until you reach a $16,000 cap, which is there's no other franchise fees or royalty fees or deductions other than small transaction fee, but and E&O, but you have E&O no matter where you go. And then after that, you go to 100% for the rest of your anniversary year it's a true 100%.
Right.
So true 80 and true 100. And you can figure out your commission check without having to try to do a formula of how the hell they came up with that.
Exactly. I mean, it's simple. And, I want to say, as far as the help and the people that you have available to you, that gets a little overwhelming. So what I do is I just piece it apart. And really, it's funny because if you kind of dig through it all, it's all the same message. It really is. It's consistency. It's, making sure that you are in front of your people. So it's exciting to have that much material to be able to start going through. And you and then at that point you make it your own.
Right. There is an awful lot at EXP. That's one thing. That's one thing that's mind-boggling when you come over to this company is, holy crap, there's so much to learn. Well, yeah, but you don't have to know it all.
Piecemeal it. I just, here and there, you'll tag me in things and I'll look at it. And it sparks an idea, or maybe it's something I already have in the works, but
Right.
a different way to do it. So I have a lot, me, every day I have another idea. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to start going like to the conferences and things like that, to really be in that room and have those conversations. But you can jump in their calendar, what's going on.
Yeah.
So it's pretty exciting. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting because I've had some of these ideas for years. Like, this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to do, and I love to do this. And now I'm actually putting it into action.
You can implement it now. And so a couple things we talked about. You talked about accountability partner. So yeah, okay, so we're virtual. Well, I have an accountability partner that's been working with me. We call each other every Tuesday morning at 9:30. Guess what? You and I are accountability partners now every day at 8:15.
Right.
We have a call, and just to to set ourselves straight on what we're going to do today and what we accomplished yesterday.
Yeah.
And, you can do that with anybody, virtual or not. I mean,
Yeah,
it
they
doesn't
don't have to be
really
in New
matter.
Jersey.
Doesn't matter
be
where we're
wherever.
at. So that was kind of interesting. I kind of threw in two of the core values: fun and transparency. So next week I'll pick another one. There's, I think, 7 or 8 core values within EXP, because
What
they're all
book are you
good.
reading, Ed?
So we'll do fun first. We'll do fun every week because you got to have fun. And
Ed, what book are you reading?
I'm still reading.
10X?
Listen to you taking my last question. So yeah, I'm still reading the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone.
Okay.
I'm almost done, and actually, this is the second time that I read it.
So funny story. I'm reading The Essentialism.
Yes.
And I'm in bed, and because that's kind of like my nightly routine now. I kind of have, and before I hated reading. It's so funny. Like, I couldn't even pick a book up. I was exhausted. I was mentally tapped out.
Mm-hmm.
So I picked up this book and I started reading it. Well, now Scarlett, because she's obviously learning to read, she's in first grade. So she gets her book and she starts reading next to me. And then here comes Blake, and I start reading out loud my book. And he's like, "Mom, when are you done? When are you done your book?" And I'm like, "Well, hopefully I'll be done by the end of the week." He goes, "I would love to read it." Cool. I'm like, so it's so funny because he has that mindset where he would definitely get things out of that. And in the book, it shows all the non-essential things that you do, right? And all the energy you're exerting. If you just spend it on the essential things, you're going to get so much further.
Yeah.
And I can't even, if I sat down and wrote a list of all the non-essential things I've done, it's mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. So now it's like you take that focus and you go with it, cut out all the distractions. So I'm excited to finish that book, and I want to jump on the 10X, and I have a couple other ones on my bedside. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I have a few of them up top that I could share with you or whatever, or recommend to you.
Right.
They're definitely and I learned these from I have a whole list from Jay Kinder of books that he recommends, and these guys have all read them. Michael Reese, they're big into reading books. Right. Al Stazak, and to be honest with you, any top performer in any industry is reading something productive.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's pretty cool. That I'm just glad that I'm now in a space that, number one, I feel comfortable in. I can be myself. I don't think I fit the mold of your average, what you think as an agent, right? Mm-hmm. I, jump on the boat, go fishing. Sometimes you'll catch me chopping wood out back. Like, I am not your average person. I have a big personality. When I walk in the room, you definitely know there's going to be something funny coming out of my mouth. So I'm excited to be in an environment that I can show that. I can be my authentic self. I can, even if you ask my clients, they all know we had a good time, you know. So I'm just excited. I'm in the right room. At the end of the day, I feel like I finally found my room.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're only starting to meet some of these people virtually.
Absolutely.
It just it just keeps growing and growing. And that's why we're going to touch base with you every week or two and do a quick.
I have a
little
lot
update.
of stuff up my sleeve, Ed, and I cannot wait. But yeah, we will as it starts rolling out, we will definitely talk about it.
Onward and upward.
That's
You
right.
got it.
Well, happy
All right,
St.
my
Patrick's
friend.
Day, everybody. I hope you guys have
Yeah.
a great night. Be careful
Yeah,
out
go
there.
get some-
Call your DD.
Go get some green beer or some
There you
Irish whiskey.
Or put some food coloring drops in your water, one or the other.
Yeah, I went with just the clear water today because that's all I drink is a ton of water.
Yeah, so do I. On this diet, nothing but water.
All right, folks. Until next time, we'll see you later.
All right, follow my journey, guys.
You got it.
Bye.